YouTube, B, it's your boy Quavo, B, and I'm back with another reaction video. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Time to react, dog. You know what I'm saying? As you can tell by the title, I'm finna get into the FBG Wooski. FBG King Op, Wooski Chirax, Deadliest GD that 100 away his ops. You know what I'm saying? He the niggas from 63rd who be with FBG Duck. So he FBG, he in the group FBG. You know what I'm saying?
They dirty and stuff. They be up there just doing stealing and doing all type of petty stuff. So we don't go up there with them because they be dirty.
So that's affiliate, and he is a op of King Von and them, or the old block niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know, bruh. So I'm finna get into the video so I can get hip on to what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the video.
Wooski, Dooski, Boosie. Y'all know how to I'm bumming.
Why all their names rhyme, bruh? Wooski, Dooski, and Booski. All these niggas' names rhyme. And they be have, hey, bruh, in Chicago, they be have some weird ass names. Nemo.
It's 2 gang, we the motherfucking opposition. I'm so PDK, CPDK, TYMBK. Old block, bitch, we from Street K,
that boy said, and boy, fuck old block, we from, what he say? We Front Street K? Who's Front Street? Who that is? That's, oh, Front Street is, what his name is, bruh? Damn, what's his name? Fredo Santana and them. Oh, they beef with them too?
Chicago police are trying to figure out who shot 6 people outside a funeral this afternoon.
I'm like a veteran. Wooski got shot, now he taking
medicine, but anyway.
Cleaning up, and at first I heard like maybe 5 to 8 gunshots, and called my neighbor and confirmed it. Then after that, it was just like a hailstorm of gunshots. It was at least 40 to 50 shots.
What up, gang? Back with the real. You know what's the deal.
40 to 50?
Things have been hot in Chirac.
Sticks?
Talk being about Quando Rondo. Now that his homie Lil Tum, who ended Von's life, is out on bail. R.I.P. Von. But in all this heat, there still is the one man that was the main op with Von while he was still living. His name is known in the trenches, and his connections run deep in the streets. He's known as King Op, FBG Wooski, and his title came with how dangerous he was to his ops like Von. Today, we're gonna dive into his life and why he's considered such a savage that strike.
Hey, did he make up that King Op? Cause everybody claiming King Op now. No, niggas don't even have ops. But you know, really the King Op is Lil Tim, my nigga. Everybody want his head. Not even Vaughn people, even Vaughn fans, bro. That shit crazy.
Fear in his ops. So how does a kid coming into the world, innocent, pure, become someone that can pull the trigger without hesitation, taking a life, running the streets, and tormenting people to the point where they hit up a funeral to get them? Well, I asked myself the same thing, and the truth is both sad, yet kind of gains respect to see the world some are forced to grow up in. While many believe Wooski's home was always 63rd and Lawrence, he was actually from the very place that he haunted with his savagery. Him and his big bro, Big Mike, lived in Parkway Gardens, a section of Wick City and O Block. Crazy thing to note here, that plays a huge part in what molded Wooski was that his brother was a BD and Wooski was a GD. Might seem strange from the outside, but
why the fuck was you a GD then, bro, and your brother a BD?
East Street.
Enlisted is the free, brand new online World War II shooter. Command a squad of soldiers and participate in legendary battles of the South.
That's nothing new, because Big Mike had love for his little bro Wooski. He stood as the force that kept him safe in the streets, even after linking with the other side. Wooski started clicking up with the STL EBT, who had a heavy beef with Wick City. At this point, you probably thinking why switch sides like that, because dudes don't play. Wooski from a young age was in the streets and had savage in his blood. Bro even started rocking with FBG.
Bruh, who the fuck is this nigga with the glasses, bruh? Is he FBG too, bruh? Who is that, bruh? He looking like, I don't even want to be in this picture, but I'm gonna take it because he's some savages around me, my
Close to
nigga.
Duck and Tuka. R.I.P. to them both. Wooski would begin adopting beef with his new associates, often targeting TYMB. He would avoid beefing with Wick City because of his brother. Really seems like even on opposite ends, their blood ties meant more than the gang code. This, however, was soon to change. Wooski was still dipping Wick City with STL, but never on Merkin. Brawls might break out, but the guns never came out. That was until him and some STL members had an altercation one time, and Reezy from Wick City would lose his life. That was already bad, but what made it worse were rumors that Wooski, very young at the time, was a trigger man. And at that point, any protection his big bro would provide was lost. He officially became a top priority for retaliation from a bunch of ops and had to move out of O Block. This would make him even tighter with STL as they took him in. Wooski would end up aiming his firearm towards the place he once lived, and a feud between the two set. Wooski never made light of the situation.
So he used to stay in O Block, bruh. Okay, he used to stay in O Block, but he shot a dude that was from O Block. I'm trying to wrap around this shit, bruh. The ass fingers throwing me off, bruh.
Made by Wooski back then, it could be seen how serious things got. This back and forth will lead to him and King Von becoming enemies. The fire under this was fueled when Wooski was a trigger man behind the murking of Von's homie Platoon. Unable to personally catch Wooski, Von would get the next best thing at the time, Wooski's cousin Modell. The events painted a dark scene, showing just how hungry Von was for revenge. He would not only murk Modell, but leave his cousin with bullet holes. So much so that doctors said intestines fell through their hands when they picked him up. Luckily, Miles somehow survived confined to a wheelchair, but Von accomplished what he came to do. And Modell. This would set things in motion that intensified their beef even more. Not only towards Von, but Wooski was out for all his ops. Wooski and STL EBC were sliding on the O, and the O was sliding back. It was an endless game of cat and mouse. Through it, Von and Wooski seemed to develop respect for each other, even as rivals. They would go back and forth on Twitter like it was nothing. It's crazy how calm and jokingly they act with so much bad intent in their mind for the other.
VoiceMod is the #1 real-time voice changer for gamers and content
You
creators.
need to be having real conversations with their apps. Y'all don't be at Mo's place no more. Be that about right before you get there, you know. Yeah, I know, you know. I be walking on that for time, man. So like, you scared to walk in the
He
store.
would tally scores in public with Von about the stats for who has the most bodies, like it was nothing. What happened next would turn things upside down. Remember Wooski's big bro, Big Mike? He would murk a dude by the name of Malcolm Stuckey with King Von in 2014. This would be the hit that got both him and Von booked with the first-degree hit and 2 counts of attempted hits. This hit home for Wooski. Seeing even his bro now turning against him, Wooski's heart was getting closer to human life. Wooski's ops would have a field day on his game when he was missing in action from 2015 to 2017, having been in the pen on a gun charge. Wooski would soon get his payback upon his release. The tables were turned. It was now Von who was on the inside fighting his case. Wooski and a couple STL EBT members would catch HK, the headshot king, from the O slipping while spinning the block for ops. HK would try to run, but was murked before being able to escape, with multiple shots about his body. Wooski was out for blood, and every pull of the trigger emptied a bit of his rage.
Boy, look at that nigga
Wooski
head.
was now
God
further up
damn.
the priority list for his
That nigga head big as fuck. Yo, that nigga head huge, bro.
About his body. Wooski was out for blood.
God damn, look at that nigga head, boy. It is after he got shot? This him after he got shot in the head?
And every pull of the trigger emptied
That bullet's
his
still
rage
in there,
and
bro.
Wooski was now going further up the priority list for his ops, and he was becoming too much of a threat that was fearless in the streets. Wooski would send hints online saying that Von was next to go.
HK back.
This attracted the attention of Von's homies, who were ready to move for Wooski for his disrespect and place the bag on his head.
I know, man. Wooski, keep on the name with your mouth.
But Wooski, being the Chirac savage he is, didn't give a damn and continued to hunt his ops, even coming to their own hood.
We out right now. Them boys running. They running. They ain't out here.
Who that is? That ain't Wooski.
They run. They some hoes on too.
Bro was a different breed. Wooski was building confidence in the street authority, even going as far as claiming his invented op blocks like TYMB, O Block, and D Block.
O Block. What else? What 600 call itself? On Super Win with the D Block.
Damn. He invented all the blocks, huh?
Goofy ass deep dang shit. What else? What else? What else y'all wanna go to? Who talking about? Who else wanna say something? TYM, we invented that.
But this still wasn't enough torment to satisfy his hatred for his ops. In January 2018, he dropped a video for the diss track Computers Remix.
Smoking big A in traffic, trying to catch Durka, he ain't slide on new ski, 80s, 30s, spray you down a new ski.
The track shot up to popularity, highlighting Wooski over the beat, disrespecting fallen homies and violating his ops and rapping about hits he's done. This only incited more rage, and his ops wasn't gonna stand for it. They would slide on Mob Dusky the man, leaving him in a pool of blood with a shot to the head. Dusky was well respected and connected in the streets, and Wooski's ops knew how much he meant to him. The plot that nearly claimed Wooski's life was set in motion. Dusky's funeral created the perfect opportunity for Get Back in full effect. But Get Back was on the minds of both sides because Wooski's crew was heated over Dusky's hit. The clock was ticking, but Von and them wasn't playing around. They had everything mapped out and was so confident in their retaliation that Von and E-Dog FaceTimed Wooski the day before the funeral and promised they had a surprise for him.
We go surprise. It's time about tonight. We go surprise, bro.
The day arrived, and Wooski's ops made good on their promise. All hell broke loose. October 2018, bullets were rained down on the funeral, and Wooski would collect a shot to the head. Rugal, who was present, would describe the chaotic scene.
To be honest, I kind of felt like something, you know what I'm saying, funny was gonna happen. On some real shit. Just off the strength, like, that's Dusky. Like, yeah. Whenever you mention Dusky, you better mention the movie.
We've learned a little bit more about the victims this afternoon. There were a total of 6 people who were shot outside the church.
Damn.
There's a pandemonium.
Niggas getting shot at the funeral, bitch. You can't even go say goodbye to your homie without getting shot at in Chicago.
Inside the church.
That shit so fucked up. Oh my God, they shot this man in his head. Shot him in the head, G. At the fucking funeral. Oh my God.
By some miracle, Wooski would survive, but Von was still rejoicing, finally catching him lacking.
You see him? I've been feeling him. I ain't gonna lie, he ain't been the same.
I miss Von, bro. He a troll,
shit
bro.
no more, nothing. I don't know what the fuck.
The talk was that Wooski had been taken out, but Duck, Wooski's close homie, would dispel all rumors of Wooski's demise. Wooski was a fighter for real, and during rehab to regain his motor skills, his health deteriorated, but getting back to his old self.
What you mean? What you mean? What makes you think I'm cheating?
Before long, he was on his feet turning up with the gang. Sadly, Von would lose his life on November 6, 2020 in an altercation with Quando Rondo. Wooski wasted no time dissing his op as a send-off to his grave.
Who that is in my blood? A whole lot of Parkway Garden ass niggas.
Wooski has been laying low since, trying to make a full recovery. After all, he took a shot to the head. It's crazy he's still even functioning back to normal. This near-grave experience hasn't stopped him from still being on his dirt. He recently got right back to things, dropping tracks against his ops. One thing for certain, he's earned his street cred.
That, bro.
It might lead to
I guess it's the way
his title as King Op
that,
isn't trolling nor capping.
But he don't give a fuck.
Google Ads can
That's
help
one
you
thing
find
about
new
this nigga. He don't give a
no matter
fuck.
how they search for your business. Say you
Could only wish the best for him in the streets, and that he chooses to pursue music fully and leave street life behind. Nothing but losses in that life,
Pursue the
man.
music,
So
man.
the
Don't
safe,
kill
y'all.
yourself out
Come
there,
out.
dog. You know what I'm saying? Pursue the music. You got the talent. You got the fans. Pursue the music. That's what the fans want. The music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep doing the music. Fuck all that other shit, man. Wooski bought that action. He bought that life. You can't take it from him. He like that. You know, hit the sub button, hit that like button, hit that post notification button, and comment some shit you want me to do. If y'all fuck with the story times or Chirac stories, comment some more Chirac stories. I'll watch some motherfuckers with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get lit in this bitch. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and we gone. Gang.